right, so Rebel Wolves has put out a 20-minute gameplay trailer for The Blood of Dawnwalker. And it's surprising. I didn't actually expect something this so soon. And a deep dive, actually. So let's watch it together, give you our impressions, and check it out. Actually, I think what I'll do is I'll play it, and so you can watch our full reaction. I'll put that at the end of the video and move up our reactions after watching it up front so you can get the juicy details right now.
So stay tuned for any updates being posted on our social media profiles.
Okay, we're going to tell you, we just finished watching it. We're going to tell you our immediate impressions here. I might put this in the front, then you can see our full reactions to the trailer afterwards. So, I like this. I like it when the developers walk along with their game, show you actual gameplay. This is the kind of stuff that, you know, they would fly influencers out and then show off, but to just release it so that everybody can see it. It's blemishes, it's gameplay. They're not hiding anything. So I like that. It gives you definitely an idea of how it plays. So I'm encouraged by what I see. This is pre-beta, they said. There are some improvements that I would like. Hopefully they're taking feedback. It's, a whole year away, perhaps maybe even more, if it releases towards the end of 2026. There's plenty of time to, I think, improve the combat animations a bit. I didn't really expect it to be the mountain blade, left upright, left down thing. I thought it was just going to be like pure action adventure like a Witcher 3 or, you know, darting. Yeah, like darting in and out of enemies and then dodging and stuff. That stuff is still there, but it's more of a tight kind of close-up cinematic experience. I do wish the camera was a little further back. I keep wanting to back up. So hopefully there's some adjustments there. But that's some of my initial reactions. What about y'all?
I like it. It looks pretty cool. I definitely like the pocket sand. But I like you take different tactics to playing the game. Like he said, you could talk to them, show up at night, go during the day. So a lot of different outcomes. Mm-hmm. I love these kind of role-playing games. It's looking good, but I'm still with the combat. I got to get used to it maybe. But right now it's like, I don't know. I'm still iffy on the combat.
Yeah, I want to get my hands on the combat and kind of see how. Yeah, I don't mind it not looking as crazy as some of the stuff that we know that CD Projekt's working on, because the size and the scope and scale they do everything is going to be bigger. I think it looks adequate. I want to get my hands on it. It doesn't look as crazy as some of the new games, but I love these RPGs. So
yeah.
Yeah, and we have to remember that this is a newer studio starting off. This is their first game, so I'm not expecting them to show up to the epic conference center with the newest Unreal Engine 5, this and that. I did think the lighting looked a little flat. If they can improve the lighting, it can really improve the overall graphics. I think everything looks good enough. I am like a little annoyed about a timer mechanic. I don't like the whole idea.
You go there first day. It's going to be a little bit challenging.
Rescue your family in 22 days left in the whole game. I'm just annoyed by it. Even I'm trying to enjoy something, really immerse myself. I'm just going to want to take my time and go where I want. I don't want to have that fucking feeling of like I got to rush. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time. That's never been my thing. So I don't like that. I know I already don't like that. But yeah, so plenty here. It's got me excited. I think all the abilities for vampires, it's going to be probably one of the best vampire games. At least it's the best looking vampire game I've seen in a long time.
Bloodlines 2 is coming soon, Joe. You have no idea.
Yep.
That thing could change the whole world.
That's a game changer. You never know. I mean, the first game is really awesome.
Yeah, he could seduce that the one with all the cans. It was going to be great.
We'll see, hopefully.
Yeah. Let's see. Anything else? I think some of the lip syncing and like I said, could be improved. There's some stiff animations here and there, but being pre-beta, hopefully they take some of that feedback and go from there. So combat, camera angle, the animations. But as far as the gameplay design decisions, I think those are all really cool. the fact that there's multiple choices leading to branching paths. You can take on a big fight that you can't handle and skip content, just like kind of, KCD 2, fight this boss earlier than normal. It's harder, but you can get through it, or wait until she's isolated in a different part of the story, different part of the game. Talk it out, which I think is something Joe's going to try.
I'm pacifist.
I actually was kind of surprised. I don't know why I didn't think of it. This is a dimension that Witcher 3 doesn't have, and Witcher doesn't do, all the parkour elements. Now, it's not as, elaborate a parkour system, it looks like, as, Assassin's Creed where you kind of stick to things and climb up things very easily. It's more that teleportation that helps this system work. But I'm sure there's animations there that pull himself up and pull him down. I like the fact that you have to feed as a vampire. You have a choice whether to kill your victims and cattle, and hopefully that has story effects, like, again, and drawing parallels to some of these more indie RPGs that allow you to do what you want, like kill story-vital characters that will fuck the story or, lock off certain parts. That has a lot of potential because that could lead to repeat plays.
Yes.
I like that they've built up see, here's where he's like defying gravity. I like it.
It looks a little awkward though. You turn around, it's like kind of just creeping.
That's how vampires walk. He's flexing. He's flexing his vampire's powers. What do you think it would look like?
Like more of a Spider-Man action.
Oh, you think
right?
No, I'm a vampire. I want to, flex my powers and walk upright the walls. I think it's fun. Yeah. I like the investigation, sort of the zooming in. This kind of reminds me of those old school point and click, kind of adventure games and story-based stuff. So, I'm excited. It just sucks that this thing is 2026 because we know that is going to be dominated by Grand Theft Auto 6. So hopefully they get theirs out, before or after, or at least some space in between there.
I'd say before.
Anything that lands in that same month or week is probably going to get crushed, and I want these developers to do well. Because it looks like they've got passion for it, and we're not gonna have a kind of a, your sparkly vampire stuff. We're getting some deep lore, interesting new takes on vampires. That's dark, that's bloody, that's gritty, gory. That's what I'm about. I also didn't expect the claw stuff. I like the claw stuff, kind of giving me that feeling of Wolverine. When he's taken these blood orbs, I think there's some improvement that could be done there. It lacks impact.
I didn't even know he hit it.
Visual feedback.
Yeah.
They didn't really show off any of the powers for this, did they?
No, I'd imagine it's kind of really early. Yeah, like people are like, "Oh, all these powers look lame. The pocket sand? Are you serious?" I seen some comments, and people were like upset about the powers. Like, bro, like they're not gonna show everything through you in the first.
Well, I just want to show like a little bit of like the human side, and just like you could do like the basic vampire side.
Yeah. So I like that it's that 2-game stuff.
Yeah.
And then you can feed on wildlife instead of humans if you want to try to be a good vampire.
You can light people's skin on fire as a human. I mean, there's all sorts of cool stuff.
And I hope it is challenging, as they say. He's like, you can storm the castle right now, but it's really impossible. And, challenge accepted. I'm sure there's a streamer. Joe's going to try. We're going to try at least. And
I would save it, then go and attack.
Make sure that difficulty's there. All right, so those are our initial impressions. I think it looks good. I think it looks a little further along than I thought. Now it's your polishing phase. Now it's let's clean up some of those animations, improve some of the combat, lip syncing, maybe a little graphics work, add some lighting effects, and we're good to go. 2026. Tell us, what did you think of the Dawnwalker? And leave your comments down below, and we will see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys. Now here's our full reaction right after this. Check it out. We haven't seen this before. This is literally our first time checking it out. So that's a cool logo. Rebel Wolves. Now remember, these are former Witcher 3 developers. Some of them branched off, did their own company, Rebel Wolves here, and are making their own game. So that's why a lot of people kind of get these confused. This is not CD Projekt Red. These are former developers that have made their
Hello,
own company.
my name is Daniel Sadowski and I'm the design director at Rebel Wolves. I would like to welcome you to the Blood of Dawnwalker summer gameplay video. Our game is a story-driven, open-world dark fantasy RPG set in medieval
It looks
Europe.
good.
The game is currently in pre-beta stage, and what we are going to show you
I don't
is
expect
just
you
a
can
part
go off
of one
into
of
the
mid-game
mountains.
quests.
You can climb those
I'm
mountains.
not
It's a
sure
really
if
cool
I
story
need that.
involving legendary swords and a haunted almshouse. But today, we'll focus on showcasing our gameplay systems.
Okay, I'm
We're
noticing, and
starting
I'm going
on
to
the
talk over
outskirts
some of it.
Svartro, the game's largest city and the capital of Vale.
I'm noticing a timer
From
mechanic
here,
in the
we can
top
head
right.
anywhere the eye
Rescue
can
your
see,
family.
explore ancient ruins,
I'm gonna
or sabotage
wait till
vampire
day
blood transport.
I
one.
don't like timer
It's not
mechanics.
just about where or when you go. It's also about how you approach the main quest and shape the story.
Smooth movement. I
making
like
each playthrough
his hair looks
uniquely
good.
your
Individual
own.
follicles.
I want to
For
customize
now,
my
we're
vampire
following the
man.
road. Colin
Vampire?
is on his way
Big
to
hair?
his
Dawnwalker.
cathedral, chasing leads about
No,
powerful weapons.
because you're going to make him look
hidden
fucking
in its
stupid.
crypts.
And I
You
hate
mean
players that do this.
amazing?
But first, we'll have
Purple
to deal
hair
with some
and
bandits
afros
who camped out
and
by
it's
the main
dumb.
road.
It's dumb as fuck.
Traveling through Vale Sangora is never
The
boring.
Juan Walker.
The world is
gonna get
dense with
ambushed.
quests, random encounters, and locations steep in lore.
So-
this will be a great opportunity to show you
Oh.
our combat system.
Okay,
Our
I
goal
did
is
not
to make the player feel like a real swordmaster who
expect
closely
this.
observes his enemies.
It's
We'll
like a
begin
mountain
this fight
blade.
by using acrid
Yes! yes!
I knew you'd love
When you
that.
attack, you choose one
Pocket
of
10
sand.
out of 10 games.
Of course, pocket
Games
Games
sand.
don't utilize pocket sand
Where
enough.
he's
I've been
unable to
saying it
attack.
for
And
years.
similarly, when defending, you have to take
I
note
fucking
of the
love
enemy's
it.
defense
Okay, looks a
and the
little
direction of the
janky
attack.
to me here.
On
The
left side of the
animation.
screen, just above Cohen's health, you have activation charges that will be filled in with each successful attack. block, and
It needs a
parry.
little more
Once
smoothness
they are full,
between the
you
attack
can use one of
animations.
the active abilities which allow you to take a
And it's
more
like this
tactical
mountain blade,
approach
up, down, left,
to
right
flanking.
system.
We start
Oh,
the
he
fight by
dismembered
throwing
him.
some
Nice.
acrid dust.
That's cool.
And now let's cast Burning Blood. It's a hex which boils
Ow.
the enemy's blood and
Nice.
burns their skin. dealing
Burns their
physical
blood and
damage
skin.
over
That's
time.
fucking sweet. Look at it.
All right.
More dismembering.
Time to finish this fight. Let's use the final activation charge to cast the artery attack.
Artery
which-
attack.
Oh, which actually decapitates
Fatality.
the last opponent.
Damn.
Wait a minute. How does the leg go
Quickly
like that?
dispatch the bandits. So let's loot a few items.
Got the
they
ragdoll.
left
I like that you
behind
can
and
loot-
Open the
Loot.
inventory.
This is an RPG after all, so every dead body, go in, pick
First
up
of
some
all,
loot.
let's replenish
Do
our
we
health
have
by
enough
eating something.
Backpacks.
And then
Sausages.
take a closer look at this cool
There's
looking
weight
weapon we just picked up.
And slots.
man, I'm gonna
it
be
has better
overcumbered a
stats
lot.
than our current weapon, so let's equip it right
What
now.
do you have?
Nails. Joe, put
We've
those nails
also
It's
down.
like, why do you have
So let's use
17
this opportunity
decapitated
to
heads?
spend
It's
the
like, you don't
newly
know.
acquired
Human
Might
abilities
need
perks.
it.
in
Shared
one of Cohen's
perks.
skill trees.
Vampire perks.
The skills
Active
in the
abilities.
Blood of Dawnwalker are divided into three
There's
trees.
crafting.
One for human,
I wanna
one for
maximize my
vampire,
pocket
and
sand.
one
Put some
shared
cumin in
between the
there.
two.
Pu-
We also
paprika.
have an active abilities panel. We can
Okay.
use it to unlock additional abilities to use during combat. Note that during the day, the health bar is not regenerating. You need to find consumables like the one we've just eaten. The hexes we've just
so as a
used
human,
also consume
you
some
need
of Cohen's
to
health.
raise
Be
your
aware of
health
that.
on your own.
The way our
Eat
magic
a lot of
system
sausage.
works,
As a vampire,
there's
you'll
always a price
regenerate
to
health.
pay for manipulating reality.
So
But
do we
can
bite
make
them?
It sting a bit less.
Yeah.
Let's level up the frugal witchcraft
That's what
skill.
vampires do,
So
Joe.
next time we'll cast a hex, it'll consume
'Cause I
fewer
won't need to
of
carry
Cohen's
food, I'm
health
just gonna
points. Now
bite
that
them.
we've wrapped
When you're a
up the
human,
encounter with the
you need
bandits,
food.
we can be on our way to get inside
But
the
I
city.
can still
During the
bite
day.
them.
Right now, Cohen
Blade
hasn't
did
done
it.
enough to ruffle the vampire lord's feathers, so the guards will just wave us through. But the more damage you cause, the more
Wildlife.
suspicious and aggressive they'll become.
Can we eat the deers?
So when
Can we
you play
bite the
game
deer?
yourself,
Joe,
you'll
I'm
have to
surprised you didn't say,
decide
"Can I
whether
bite
you
that?"
want to challenge the vampires
Can I bite
openly,
that?
They're too
or lay
fast.
low until you're
Can I
ready
bite
to
that?
strike
I like
and
slow
surprise
food.
them.
Birds, can I bite that?
It's even bigger than remembered, and it's grander than before. They're putting in new stained glass. The Knyaz doesn't deny the old faith.
Out of my face.
Okay.
This
Let's
is the
look
rich district
detailed.
of the city, Silberkreis. There's also Altenmarkt, Neustadt, and the Middens. Each of the boroughs has its
like
own feel
four.
and character.
4 different locations.
It's just passing through, I swear.
I love the music. Music definitely is a highlight.
Looming high over the city is Brensis's castle, Greifberg. He took it over when he slaughtered the human ruler of the valley, Skender, as shown in the trailer we shared with you earlier in January this year.
The vampires
In
are the
order
rulers.
to complete the main quest and save your family, you'll have to storm the castle, alone or with help of friendly NPCs.
Oh.
We could do it right now if we wanted,
We
but
would die.
it would be super challenging.
Okay, challenge accepted.
Day one runs.
from,
Yeah.
from streamers here. The lighting is looking a little flat, if I were to be honest. There's been a lot of lighting improvement. Now, this is all pre-beta,
Let's
okay?
check them out.
So I imagine a
cathedral
lot of
is
this
really
that we're going to
close.
criticize
There's plenty
is
of other
going to
places
improve.
see, and
That
polish
reminds
up.
me very
Yeah.
much of
Medic, a
KCD2.
blacksmith, an armorer, and other merchants.
That's KCD2.
There's a bongs there.
You can
that is
see
right.
that not only the vampires came out of the shadows.
Humans
This
talk too
creature
much.
on the right is called an Uriash. Look
Oh.
around, especially at night,
A
and
manotar.
you'll learn humans have lots
So there's
to
other
fear,
creatures
not
besides
just
humans and
the
vampires. That's cool. I didn't know. I like that.
Werewolves. Gotta have werewolves.
That would be
And
fucking
here we
sweet.
can see guards pounding on some poor guy's doors.
What is it about? Singing songs that mocked him and the faith.
Talk with the guard.
This nonsense. Was it Livia?
It's just one of many different community scenes we're implementing in the game. Watch them closely when you play, as they might point you to new quests and hidden treasures, or signal changes in the game's world.
I don't really. I think we're too close. The camera feels a little too close to the guy. I keep wanting to do this, kind of
Yeah,
go
if
back
you can
out.
zoom out.
Do you have to walk once you get into the village?
I think
You're a
they're
fly?
trying to do. They're not. Dude, I hate forced slow walks.
Yes, that's what I was. like,
I think they're
kinda
just
roll-
trying to show everything
Yeah.
off.
We are at the cathedral
Oh, that looks
gates.
beautiful.
Again, since Cohen isn't yet wanted by the vampire regime, and it's daytime, we can simply walk inside.
Okay. Okay, cutscene. Story cutscenes. See how these look. Cohen. I gotta get used to our main character's name's Cohen.
The baptism
Not
of a newborn is a
Dawnwalker.
solemn
Well, I guess he is the
moment,
Dawnwalker.
doubly so.
Red and black.
A
That's
new
good with
life
me.
joins our flock, bringing happiness to its parents and to the congregation.
Baby. Baby.
Natus ex sanguine est,
It's sanguine.
alitur sanguine,
Sanguineous.
et in sanguine morietur. Ego te baptizo in nomine Dei.
Oh, the lip syncing is way off. Maybe they've got it on a different language. That could improve as well.
She's evil.
She's a witch.
Why? Because she wouldn't get up fast enough?
Yep.
Correct.
See, look at that. Now fight.
Don't I know you from somewhere, young man?
Oh, now the lip
How's there,
syncing is
maybe?
fine. Multiple choice.
I'm sorry, but you must be
You're
mistaken.
mistaken.
Am I? Perhaps. Perhaps. My memory isn't what it used to be. Come with me. I'll take your confession.
It's actually pretty good
Thank you,
voice
but
acting.
I have no need for confession.
Ah. So you deem
But
your
because there's such
conscience
detail in the
clear?
performance, the animations look a little stiff.
I wouldn't go that far. But I'm sure you're a busy man, Father. So while I appreciate the offer, I feel that my soul shouldn't be your priority.
Is he
I won't
blind?
press the matter.
I recognize you.
are
It's a
quite
dude you
correct.
can't
I
see.
have many other duties to attend to. But please remember that in order to be saved, we all need to repent. Myself included. I hope we can speak again
I do
soon.
not want to know
Good
what
day
you
to
did.
you.
Do not share your skeletons with me, sir. A monk and a
What we
saint.
saw
Optional
right here was
quest.
just one of many cutscenes we recorded for the game, which smoothly transitioned into a dialogue scene.
Yes.
We use cutscenes to highlight key scenes or showcase interesting bits of lore.
Yeah.
Like this blood baptism. Creepy, isn't it? The core feature of the Blood of
like the
Dawnwalker is the dual
architecture.
gameplay loop. Remember, Cohen may be a human during the day, but he turns into a vampire at night and has a different set of skills at his
Blade.
disposal. And this is just one variable that affects our quests. Depending on when you tackle a particular quest, what choices you've made earlier, whom you befriended, or whom you've angered, your gameplay and story experience will be very,
piss off
very
everybody.
different. So each quest is a complex structure with multiple possible paths leading to the end goal.
Question
We
people in the
maximize players'
cathedral.
freedom and agency, offering you a narrative sandbox to play in.
Love it.
I wonder what secrets may be concealed up there, just beyond Cohen's reach. And how do we get there?
At night.
It's impossible to do during the day, but come night, it's an entirely
We can
different
fly.
story. Let us explain what we mean by
Cool.
taking our current quest as an example. During the day, we got inside the cathedral without any problems, since it's open for all to see and Cohen doesn't yet stand out from the crowd. The scaffolds, though, are outside of his reach. But climbing them won't be a problem for the vampire, who has many more exploration abilities at his disposal.
I like it. It's almost
Bear in
like two
mind,
games
Cohen has
where
not completed the quest
you can
yet.
go back
What's
to
more,
places
there are still a few clues to be found in order to solve this story.
and find
It's
new
worth
things.
mentioning
Ooh,
that
Blood
narrative
Moon.
sandbox also means that we may completely abandon this quest and follow a different path to defeat Brensis.
Wait, why is
For
there two
today,
moons?
we're focusing on the gameplay part, so let's see how we could tackle this particular quest during the night. We're starting right after dusk as a vampire.
Oh shit,
on the
Assassin's
rooftops of
Creed. What are we
Svartalf.
doing here?
Right now, we have 22 days left to complete this goal. This counter is
Okay.
always displayed, and you will be
We
warned
got a
each
parkour
time
system?
it's pushed forward. So you have to
We're
be
hurt.
aware of the time, and it's more of a resource you will be
Shouldn't be
spending than a
regenerating.
racing clock.
Maybe we need blood.
Are we gonna
As a
feed?
vampire, you'll see and experience the world from a different perspective. You can travel quickly and easily access places beyond the reach of regular
I'm
humans.
glad it doesn't
Let us
affect
show
our
you what we
vision.
mean.
You know,
This
that would get
is
annoying after a
Shadows,
while if everything
A
was
unique
red or
vampiric
something.
ability, allowing Cohen to jump to almost any place within his reach.
Nice.
Now, let's
jump.
take a good look around using the focus mode.
What'd you say?
Excuse me?
The fuck us mode?
This ability highlights objects of
Hey, it's
interest
like
and
Geralt
groups.
investigation.
And there is something right here.
But legally distinct.
This time, it's just some items to
Golden
grab,
mug.
but on other occasions, who knows? You might come across a hidden quest. Looks like our health is quite low. This is because, as a vampire, your health bar
You
also
jump in,
represents your
blink in.
hunger
That's
level,
cool.
and you start each night thirsting for blood. Remember, you have to quench this appetite in order to make full use of your vampire abilities. And rein
So them
in
jerk
your monstrous nature
NPCs.
on NPCs.
You gonna- I'm gonna come
Otherwise,
back
you may
later.
End up draining someone important, which may lead to unpredictable consequences.
Oh.
We'd better feed them. Maybe on
Can we
someone
feed on
who is
anybody and
standing all
everybody?
alone. Like this
Does it
drunk
kill
That would
couple.
them?
break the game for certain characters, so I'd imagine that some are locked
grab him.
off.
And use Voracious Bite ability. Unless you lose control due to
Restore
hunger,
fraction.
you get to decide how much blood to drink. You can drain just a bit and knock your victim unconscious, or
Keep
go
going.
all the way and kill them. And if
All
you're
the way,
adamant
baby.
you don't want to hurt innocent
I knew it.
humans, you can drink from animals and some
Oh, you
other
can.
creatures.
Deers.
And some other creatures.
Rats.
So you can get like an achievement, never
Finally,
feed
we
on
are at
humans,
the
maybe?
cathedral, but it
Be
seems
hard
to be
as
closed
fuck.
for the night, and the entrance gate is well guarded. Let's find another way in.
Can I just fight those 2 guards and get in? Or am I going to have to fight the entire city with some kind of Grand Theft Auto alert star system, notorious system?
Hopefully it's not auto-fail, because some of the ones are like you can't.
Shadow
Yeah.
Step is not the only vampiric ability you're gonna learn during your playthrough. Cohen can also use Plane Shift to scale walls and even ceilings smoothly.
What the fuck? That's cool.
This will allow us to explore every nook and cranny of the cathedral.
I guess that gets you around the animations that you need in order to do the parkour. Very clever.
Blood to blood.
Better be quiet.
You shall become Kenya's prince.
Is that voyeurist Xanthi?
His
What the hell is she doing here?
the sole voice
What is she doing? Is that a ritual for the blood gods?
Blood gods?
Blood guards.
Oh. They're covering up the old paintings. Why? But why? One of the workers must have left it. Seems that the cathedral complex is quite big. The main building, cloisters, inner courtyard. The entrance to the crypt could be anywhere. Won't get anything done just standing around. Still,
This was a scene investigation, a mechanic we used to zoom in on and showcase key
Scene
clues.
investigations. That's
This
cool.
time we had a chance to learn more about the vampire's plans. Looks like they're keen to cover up the old frescoes, so that's something we could take a look at. This way we could learn more about the cathedral's past.
to blood.
Looks like we aren't alone here. Underneath us there's a group of blood guards, soldiers hooked up on vampire blood, which makes them stronger, and one of Brances's vampire allies. It's Xanthi, the oldest vampire in Vale Sangora, and quite a powerful lady. Let's descend and
Take
check
her out.
what's going on.
It's too powerful.
Oh, that's cool.
Spark fingers.
Spark fingers.
Don't think I don't see you skulking in the shadows. Come out.
Lady looking rough.
She old.
You're interfering with my task. Who are you?
Time to decide.
it doesn't matter.
Very well. I don't have time for
Oh,
interruptions.
do these white eyes indicate
dispose of him.
vampires? So maybe the monk was a vampire,
Yeah.
not blind.
You've withstood it.
Music!
Cohen
music.
is using his claws to attack when in vampire form. Blood guards are dual-wielding opponents.
Oh,
Their
shit.
attacks are pretty strong. Of course, even when
Lots of
fighting
parrying.
with claws, combat is still directional. Don't worry, Cohen can still use his sword as a vampire.
Claws, you're like Wolverine. I didn't add that. I wonder if
Only
you're dual
after
wielding, can
defeating
you come
all
from
three of the blood
different
guards,
directions?
Xanthi deems Cohen worthy of a challenge, and she descends to face him. She uses
The
her
head
blood
that
control
kinda fell off
powers
there.
to cast a multitude of attacks, like her blood whips that hit Cohen from left and right.
That's easy.
Roll.
Block left, block
Xanthi
left.
is
Oh.
protected
Block
by
up.
a
Roll.
powerful
Up.
vampire ability.
Left, right, up.
Once her stamina runs out, Cohen will have
Left.
an opportunity to strike and deal some damage. But be careful,
Damn.
Xanthi is quick to counterattack, and she will also try to restore her blood. Meanwhile, look at the indicator just below her health and stamina. It's a timer for the boiling blood skill that you've seen in the CGI trailer.
Yeah, I
So,
don't know
if we
about
don't
that.
hurry,
You
the
gotta
timer goes
get a
down
little
to
better
0,
animation for hitting
and
those
Cohen
blood
will
orbs.
Eventually explode.
What the hell is on him? Oh
And
my
we're
god.
Remember,
What
we
the
were
hell?
only mid-game here, and Xanthi is one of the game's most punishing enemies. Defeating her right here and right now is very much possible, but it would be hellishly difficult.
Challenge
A fun
accepted.
challenge for
Again.
hardcore players.
Challenge accepted.
Otherwise, we
I like
could
that.
load the game and explore the cathedral without drawing her attention. Or try to get to her while she's not surrounded by bodyguards.
I like that.
Like all
Well, he
other
fucked
vampire
up 'cause he
allies,
wasn't using the
has
pocket
her own
set.
questline.
Yeah,
Explore
she did have things
and
over her
you can
eyes,
learn
though.
more about her past, motivations, and maybe even try to reason with her. What you do
Seduce,
is
you
entirely
say?
up to you. Remember, our design principle is the narrative sandbox. There is no difference
I want
between main
seduction.
quests
You're a
and side
vampire.
quests.
It comes
There's
with the
just different
job.
stories
But they're not
that you
sexy
weave together
vampires.
That guy
to
was
your
Wait,
pretty.
guys,
unique
it's almost
adventure.
over.
But that's coming in 2026. For now, I'd like to thank you for joining me on this gameplay video presentation. We've just shown you a tiny glimpse of the blood of Dawnwalker. There's definitely more to come in the coming months.